So, hello one more time now for Blue Pill episode 3. This I feel is a hit and break kind of episode. The 3 rules of the episode. No, but the thing is that episode 1 and 2 was fine, you know, I like episode 1. Since it's awesome and, you know, yeah, guys on 1. Episode 2 was just moments crying. Felt pretty wholesome, but what I do lack, as the message quote last week, what I do lack massively is just like, I don't know, an antagonist maybe? Something that's like a foil, a goal, right? It's just, he's kind of like, it's gonna get better at art. It's like, what's the actual, you know, main agenda here? Is just going to school and the art? I don't think so, right? I don't have to be, you know, a battle shonen anime with like drawing, but I just like, something has to be like a, it's still a sort of life anime, right? So some life animes, like, Nomi Biaru, the characters would be like, yeah, happy days, so yeah, and that's fine, right? Yeah. But here, we are in a genre setting, he wants to be a better artist. Of course, episode 2 ends with them getting to this, like, we're gonna enter here, right? So I feel this episode here is gonna, it should start some kind of longer arc, right? Like, I have to compete in this art, you know, contest, or I wanna get my own stuff published, or like something that's like, okay, this is the ongoing struggle with him, right? It has to go. So so yeah, I hope that's gonna be delivered this episode. Because I feel that's lacking in episode 1 and 2 as well, but it's kind of like a prologue, I suppose. And after this then, of course, doing Macadamia, so I'm ready for that. You're gonna read Macadamia's Meta Liberation arc. That was the last season of the anime. I'm gonna read them and compare them, right? After this thing, it'll be a long live stream probably, a few hours. It's probably an hour at least. And then we have some new anime today. We have the Paladin. I think it was good. And we also have the Senpai anime. So we have those two and yeah. So yes, there's gonna be a lot today then, but it's special, right? Because Blue Pill usually on Friday, and Macadamia, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm gonna start to read. I think after today Macadamia, I think I have read the whole anime, so to speak. So maybe after that I'm gonna read the manga, maybe, right? Yeah. Given how bad, but like I said in the next stream, but I say it again. I didn't like, you know, I didn't hate season 5. I think it was pretty fine, but it was obviously way worse than like season 1 or whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna drop the anime and go read the manga. Right? I think I'll play it later tonight. But now prepared. So 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm gonna think about it with Macadamia. So here we go. This is what I mean. They're gonna have to enter something now, and this might start the actual, like, how's it? The prolonged storyline. Because now they get into like an art. What is it called? Well, I guess like a room of just. A lot of rivals, perhaps? Who knows? I mean, this is what I'm wondering. Like, is he gonna fight people in art, or is he gonna? Maybe Senpai will be here, you know, it's like some kind of older. I'm still waiting for someone to get, you know, fan service. I'm still waiting for the episode where the sense is like, you're gonna draw my oppa. So I'm still waiting for that to happen. Someone has to be like, we need, you know, we need to do art of body parts. Yeah, so that's like, it's an anime, right? I mean, behind him now is an oppa statue. Yeah, so I'm definitely waiting for someone to be like, let's, look at this. Daughter! First enemy. Finally. An opening. See, that's what I'm saying, right? I'm just like, come on, finally. Okay, good. Because the other ones, the Senpai was so wholesome and so on. Yeah, he needs to have enemies, right? I mean, it's supposed to be a shonen anime. He needs to have some kind of rivalry. Some kind of like, some kind of struggle. What genre is it compared to? I think it's just shonen, right? Shonen action. Well, it is kind of seinen. Seinen / shonen. Still, it's supposed to be drama and so on, so. Well, it is kind of the set of life on this place. Dramas of life. Maybe I'm lost. Maybe it doesn't have to have any. But I don't know, it feels like it's a drama show primarily, right? Drama or seinen slash shonen kind of in the middle here. I mean, it's not seinen in the sense like a berserk seinen or something. But sometimes it depends on what publisher it's released in. Yeah, so it's released in a seinen manga that also has like Blade of Immortals and so on. That's the thing though, right? Sometimes if a manga is released in like a very brutal, you know, so it's released in the same manga that has Blade of Immortal in, that manga is very brutal, so of course that manga scene is seinen. But this storyline is comparable, something like, you know, Blade of Immortal, that is really seinen. Yeah, with body parts flying everywhere, right? So it's a little bit weird, I think, sometimes how they judge that thing. It depends on like what magazine it's released in more than anything else usually. But yeah, so statue oppies. Oh yeah. Or a byst, it's called them, yeah. Who could this be? Could be a new character. Look quite cute there. With the the whole face in, yeah. Could be a new character. Could be an interesting character. Kind of clumsy, getting all yeah. It's an interesting character. Could be something. Yeah. Could be something. I just woke up. I just woke up here. Early Saturday morning. Been up for like, what, 10 minutes? Something like that. But yeah, that's kawaii. I actually know a girl that's exact same hair as her, naturally. Like the whole black hair into like this brownish yellow thing, yeah. No, I know a girl that's like natural black hair, and that she has like blonde highlights, like natural in that kind of way, almost. Almost in the exact same way there. Kind of uncommon hair though, but yeah. Well, at least now they're like somehow competing here who's the best byst starter or writer, byst artist, byst drawer. I mean, honestly, I would prefer if they had to make the thing, you know, like Michelangelo style. You know, go in there, have to actually craft their own statue. That would be cooler, honestly. Yeah. So those feel defeated now. It's like, goddamn Tensai! Yeah, he's all like, that guy's a genius, what can we ever do? Here we go. Classic issue, right? That guy's so intelligent, we can't defeat him. Yes, I feel into the classic issue of feeling that he can't defeat this genius, right? Which is kind of silly, because he's been doing it for way shorter probably. The other guy's probably doing it for his whole life. So it's like, yeah, this guy's better than you, but he's probably been doing it for, you know, infinite more time, right? So it's a little bit like, yeah, I guess he is a genius compared to you, I suppose, you know. Oh yeah, that was kawaii. Oh, the hair flew up there with the car, come on. That was hot. Senpai? Stefan is... No, it's not the guy. Damn it. It's the same hair as Senpai. It's the same hair as Wholesome Senpai. What a... But yeah, so he's his new rival then. I guess. He really is like, Daddy! He really hates him, yeah. I only respect good people, you know. People that can compete with me. Goddamn Tensais. This is better than me. But yeah, this is good, I think. I think he needs to have some, you know, rivalry, some competitiveness, maybe a drive to defeat this guy right better than him, you know. Doesn't need to be like, have to kill him, but like, yeah, I need to get better than him or something, you know, like it's like a general feel of it, right? I need to defeat him or something. It could be like good. Babe, I'll be sure to go. If he's like setting up all of these other characters now, he might meet later in life. Yeah, the braided hair style, the cute girl with the, you know, the dirt in her face kind of thing, or yeah, the graffiti, I guess it was. And he goes like a giant or something. Yeah, he goes like a giant woman with huge up eyes. Very interesting. Apparently he's incredibly tall. Like he's how tall is that? 210 or something? How tall is a woman? Like 6-7 feet? What is it supposed to be? I don't know. They're like clumsy. Mistakes were made on his shoes there too. Yeah, that's probably ruined. I bet it's ruined, but like at least from visual stability. Oh, the maid outfit. Oh my god, it's getting better and better. I'm pretty cute, right? It's getting better and better here. Think I'm cute? Yes, it's getting better and better. Oh, this is good. Come on, I need more of this. I need more of this, definitely. Should always stay in like... But yeah, that sensei is like a giant. Yeah, she's the bend down, right? Because she's like 3 feet more than everyone else or something. She's to be a brawler too, yeah, like she's gigantic. She's like massive frame, like she's both tall, but also like, I mean, she's to be like a, you know, like a very biffed, like a muscular, hulkish woman too. Yeah, it's a kind of orange lipstick. Weird. But certainly this episode is introducing like a billion new characters that may or may not be important. I mean, it's like, oh, that guy and her and this girl and that guy. And it's been like 20 new characters episode or something. There's a bunch of characters, and maybe some of them are gonna, you know, appear later. This sensei I feel is gonna appear more than this episode. This orange lipstick sensei, yeah, with gigantic body shape. this giant woman, she's hopefully gonna reappear, right? Kind of an aggressive woman too, yeah, like kind of insulting his lack of skills, right? More than, I mean, certainly she's giving advice here. But look at this, I say aggressive. She's all like, yeah, yeah. Look at this hand, like, oh yeah. But you need love. You need to have a cute girlfriend. Yeah, this says it's like, this is when he should answer, are you offering yourself, sensei? This is when he should be like, are you offering to help me with that, sensei? She's like, you need to find love, you know, you need to find love, boy. This is when he should be like, you wanna help me with sensei? That's when that's when a smart kid would be like, can you help me with that, sensei? Can you please teach me? For example, in Dolph Lundgren says that, yeah, well, you're offering? Yeah, like, come on. The classic. That's a weird drawing. 2 eyes. I guess 4 eyes, I guess. And a big nose. This is some horror stuff. His rival is back. Still trying to befriend him. Still trying to befriend him. But here he gets another, I guess, more a friendly trickster rival. Feels like a sly rival, right? Yeah, like a sly guy. There's also a rival, probably. They both seem to be the two best one, right? No cute girl is amazing. Here we go. Yeah. Well, I guess I wait, analyze other artists and yeah. It's a conclusion, something. It's an inspiration. And of course, the other guy, the shy genius, of course he left them. He's somewhere else. Yeah, doesn't surprise me, right? He's like, just went away. He's like, don't talk to me. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's like eating a food, this painting here. I suppose so. That's kind of fun painting, but the bunny headsets. Is it a ballet or something? But yeah, I think it's like a trio, right? Like his two closest. We got his original date. Oh my god. It's gonna turn down. Yeah. How could he, man? How could he? Bastard, yeah. That's cutie the maid girl, come on. Turn her down. My god. This is this weird side story here. Otokonoko love story on the side here, but I guess if we turn it down, right? Extra equipment, I guess. I mean, it's better, but come on, man. But I guess he's a Yankee, right? He's always ready with his cigarettes when he needs to. See, I feel this thing ship to me. Come on. Main character, main girl, come on. So this is his moment here to seduce her. Said, no one ever loved me as a woman. This is his moment here, man. This is your time here, main character guy. This is when you can be like, I always think you, I love you, yeah, this is feel really. Man. This is the moment here where he could have been like, oh yeah, I will always like you, yeah, come on. Yeah, all the girl likes her, of course. Because she's bishonen, right? Yeah. All the girls are into it. But no boys, right? It's very classic anime, honestly. That Otokonoko gets all the action from the girls. They're like, oh, kawaii! Yeah, all the girls are like, oh, so handsome. Bishonen, yeah, all the girls are into it, right? This feels paid for this thing. If you had more build up for the character, I think we care more about it, though. Yeah, it feels like a weird thing because, like, definitely like a sad scene, but kind of similar to Mom. We didn't have much build up for it. Like, I think the Mom cry scene also happened too fast, and this is also feels like there wasn't enough build up. I feel for this, like, you know, Otokonoko love struggle. Yeah, and now it's like a new muscular man. Yeah, back in the maid outfit, try to smash boys. Yeah, I got out of here. See, he couldn't have smashed her there. It was very easy for her. He you know, he'd be like, I want you. Yeah, come on. It was easy. Like, she doesn't care. But I mean, Sensei basically like, you got a smash boy. You should be like, yeah, let's go, Sensei. You know, like, I keep saying it. It should have been like, yeah, you want to go, Sensei. I mean, she's like a huge, aggressive woman. She wants it. Come on. It's basically an invitation for her to get some, you know, Sensei some extra credits. Clearly time for that, right? With Sensei. She was clearly offering herself there. But he was like, oh, what? This guy doesn't get it, man. Senpai! Can't forget about Senpai, man. This guy is like... Is he insulting my Senpai? But yeah, this girl got some cute. Yeah, come on, I just love her. I want to see more of her with the with the graffiti face. Come on, I want to see more of her. God damn it, man. Just kawaii. His shoes should probably be bleached out though, in the tapati on his shoes, but whatever. This is, okay, I guess you could change it behind, but probably not though. So they did look wore down though. Oh yeah, classic. That's a very iconic painting. I like how she has a kind of weird comment. Yeah, she has a kind of weird to give feedback, yeah. I don't really feel it. Yeah. Not you! Man, this guy is so shy, man. He's like, open the door like, no! Daddy! I don't want to know you. He's just being shy. He's a shy genius. It's like, shut up, yeah. He's just being shy, man. Just being shy. But certainly the episode introduced a lot of characters. I mentioned earlier, a lot of characters. Not just this guy, that's some kind of ish rival guy, but like all the side girls and yeah, like This episode really there's a lot of characters that are probably gonna stay more in the anime, right? But yeah, a Ryuji-chan episode. It's kind of how it felt, right? Love. It's hard finding love as an Otokonoko, yeah. It's harder, right? Yeah. So that's interesting. That it could be a lot of this thing, right? But then of course we see her in the very next scene. She's all like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna smash this big muscular guy, isn't he hot?" Like, we see her first, like, looks so sad, and then like 5 minutes later, we see her, you know, trying to seduce some other guy she's trying to smash, right? So it's like maybe she didn't care that much though. Maybe she is very horny. I don't know. But this really feels like, you know, it's interesting, right? She's an Otokonoko. They both turned it down, right, because of her extra stuff and so on. But the issue with the episode, though, I feel is, you know, how to say it, right? It's just, I mean, it's interesting. I think this could be really interesting as like a character, you know, how to say it. This could be really interesting from my standpoint, right? Especially if she was the main character. You know, following that could be really interesting. The problem though with this episode, and even though I obviously Ryuji is the best character, as I said earlier, episode 1, yeah, which is the best character, there's a problem though, and I feel this anime has the exact same issue last episode. I really feel it's the exact same issue. There's no build up for this thing. I mean, there's no build up, right? I mean, yeah, sure, it's like this cute, you know, classic tropey Otokonoko, right? You know, cute. Especially with the maid outfit, right, you know, trying to smash some boys, you know, it's very tropey, right, you know what I mean? It's what it is, right? We see it in other animes, it's the Felix Chan or whatever, yeah, it's the same thing, right? You know, oh, no, okay, yeah, you know, and super thirsty and all, you know, trying to get some, and, you know, is that right? To find the maid outfit here, you know, trying to seduce some random boys, yeah, and she's like super thirsty, you know, very classic for, of course, an Otokonoko, right? Does feel like the main character's gonna be her. That he should be the true love. But you know, she's all like, hot boys, yeah, you know, so on, you know, trying around getting as much, you know, action as she can, right? Very, very, very classic, right, for an Otokonoko character and so on. But so certainly the trope is there, but otherwise there's like no build up for this. It just comes out of nowhere. Suddenly she gets broken up by this. Is black guy, I guess, supposed to be. I suppose so. It doesn't necessarily be that, but yeah, like, he didn't have like a voice line, but yeah, I think he's the only person that's black in the anime, I think. But whatever, he breaks up with her, right? And she's all crying, and sure, maybe he broke up with her because she has a dick, right? Yeah, perhaps, maybe that's the reason why. But maybe he didn't know or whatever. Who cares? Doesn't really matter so much why he did it. But my point is that, from a story aspect, this could be really interesting, and maybe it's gonna be interesting. We're going into her, you know, romantic issues, right? And as she explained, all the girls like her. She's like, "Oh, you're so shonen." She could easily, you know, seduce any of the girls, right, in school and so on. But of course, she wants boys, so that frustrates her, right? So it all makes sense. But still, though, it just comes out of nowhere, right? That there's no build up for it. Episode 1 and 2 had nothing for relationship. This is the first episode we ever see her ever having. Like a boyfriend or something similar, right? And then immediately she loses this like new boyfriend and is crying into the main character. And the main character's like, whatever. He has like feelings for her to some extent, right? And it's like a friendship feelings. He's just like, yeah, you find someone new. Maybe I should tell her I like her. I don't know, really, right? He's kind of like confused about it. And then he's like, oh, look, this new hot guy coming to me. And the problem with it is exactly like last week then. So this mom crying scene was the exact same thing too. It was like a decent scene, but it also felt like it happened too quick, right? Like, you know, like he's starting to draw, mom is like, oh wait, kitty! Mom is like finding his painting, oh my god, this guy still can draw? Oh my god, wasn't he told me, right? So that kind of sets up this thing that he's gonna hide his new goal from mom, and she's gonna try to figure it out and be all worried and this stuff, right? And that I mean, obviously it could have been like 100 chapters long. That would have been horrible, right? But it also could be like 5 chapters long, right? It could be, you know, X number of time, depending on what author is and what storyline is and so on. But like I would say a good storyline should have it in like a reasonable time frame, right? If it's like 10 volumes long, like 10, you know, seasons, that is ridiculous. And I've seen that happen, right? It just feels stupid. Like, come on, fuck, can you finally get to this shit? Yeah, it's like, come on. That could be an issue. But here instead, it's like speed run. Yeah, it's like, here's the premise, the issue with the mom, bam, resolved. You know, in the finish. Yeah, oh, he's crying. Yeah, it's good now. Yeah, like, you know, it resolves that way too quickly, like a prologue scene. This is as I said last episode, where I was like, you know, this mom scene is kind of sad. I can feel for his mom here. You know, and yeah, like it's like a terrible scene, right? I mean, it's not actually nothing wrong with the scene itself. I'm just like, what's the build up for his mom, though? You know what I mean? I don't care about it because I'm like, I don't really know his mother's character. Haven't really got to know her. Haven't really got to understand how she feels about this thing and how it relates to that, you know, nor how he cares about his mom or not. So it just felt like super quick and it was resolved immediately, right? And because of that reason, it was like a build-up, but then immediately resolved. And, you know, you don't actually feel any emotions about it. And I think this has the same with Ryuji. She's his best friend, his, like, I would say, general love interest, right? You know, from the main character, something like that ish. And suddenly she has this, like, you know, issues with, you know, having a PP. Obviously she has, but like, he's not surprised, right? But she comes out of nowhere. There's no build-up for it. We haven't seen it with any other guys until this episode. We haven't seen it like... I think it would be much better if... Let's say we saw her dating some guys in episode 1 and 2, right? She was trying to smash on boys everywhere, right? Yeah, and then she's crying to him, oh, no one loves me. I you know, remember episode 1, you saw me with that guy, you know, that baseball player. He didn't sleep with me either. And then I tried the basketball guy. He didn't sleep with me either. You know, and then she's all depressed because no one is, you know, smashing her. Yeah. Like, that could have been so much better, so easily much better, because just having her dating some guys in the background, because this episode here, she's clearly trying to smash anyone, right? Yeah, he's like, oh, this bitch, oh, yeah, here she's trying to sleep with like 2 guys at least, right? It's in one episode, so here she's suddenly manhunting, you know, hardcore, right? But in episode 1 and 2, there was no build-up for that, there was no showcase that whatsoever, and that easily could have been in episode 1 and 2, it's just slightly, I won't say like 10 minutes, I would say like half a minute, right? Could have been spent on that in episode 1 and 2. And then this in here would have felt a lot more like actual emotional for me, I think. I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of sad. She's definitely trying to get a boyfriend, you know, but no guy wants her, only the girl wants her, and she doesn't wanna, you know, she's not interested in girls primarily. Like, she has like some interest for like maybe a girlfriend, maybe bisexual a little bit, but mostly, you know, she's into men, right? She's all frustrated over that and so on. It still is like, you understand what's happening, because it's definitely like a trope by now, right? You've seen the same storyline many times before. But again, like, you don't actually feel the emotional connection to her, because there's no build up for her actually getting into this issue of, you know, Otokonoko can't find love, right? Yeah, Otokonoko can't find love. Like, it's like there's no build up for it. It's just like presented in the same episode, then not resolved, but like kind of resolved, right? Yeah, it's like a build up for it, right? She's trying to smash, and then it's resolved by her failing. It's either resolved, I mean, it's like, you know, the build up and how the payoff is she's failing and she's all crying, right? So that's and it happens in like 5 minutes. So it feels so weird. Then the sensei, I guess, is all also focused on love, though. And she's very hot, though. And here I feel the main character is kind of boring, right? So we've seen the old, what's that? Trouble in Chinatown, ever in Chinatown with Dolph Lundgren, when the Obasan in Japanese, because Dolph speaks Japanese, yeah. The Obasan it's basically like, oh, Dolph, you need to get a girl and, you know, smash her, you know, you need to get some babies, you know, yeah. She's like, you need to find love, basically, right? And Dolph Lundgren is like, oh, so you're offering Obashan? And he says in Japanese, I was like, yeah, Obashan want, he's like, Obashan, you, yeah, you want some, yeah, like he's, basically, yeah, like he's, for example, right? And here the main character I do feel kind of boring. I mean, Sensei's all like, oh, you need to smash, you need to F some girls, boy. Yeah, this Sensei is huge. Again, the oppas, right? She feels very, you know, sexually aggressive, right? I mean, honestly, she's like super huge. She's all like, oh, you know, and she's like a art teacher, you know, the orange lipstick. She's kind of flirty. Come on, like, I'm not saying this should have smashed. I'm not saying it should be a hen and he should have smashed the Sensei. But if I was in the position here, and my teacher was all like, you need to get some, you need to sleep with someone, you gotta smash, right? And she's, you know, very, you know, again, aggressive and so on. I would be like, you wanna smash? You offering? You know, like, it just feels like a typical, like, slapstick comedy, right? And she would laugh and it probably wouldn't happen, right? But yeah, like, if anything, I mean, obviously I've joked about, you know, doing my teachers when I was in high school. Of course I did. Who hasn't, right? Yeah, and two of them, I mean, too. For example, I had this geography teacher that was very attractive, right? And she was very kind of, honestly, kind of flirty with her male student. He was like, you're so cute, yeah. And I was like, you're cute too, Sensei. Like, hey, yeah, and so on, you know, yeah. She was kind of like, yeah, and so on, yeah. She was very much like, you're like, you're so kawaii, Myrmonden girl. I would be like, you kawaii, Sensei. She was like, yeah, I am kawaii. She was kind of like that, kind of really girly, you know, very, very girly, yeah, very girly. But like, you know, of course you do, right? So I feel the main character is he's kind of boring. He's kind of a tabula rasa, to say it like in painting. He's just kind of like there, you know. Yeah, he's pretty boring. Like he's like this Sensei is basically coming on to him. I mean, I would argue she's basically flirting with him. Like she's super into like, oh yeah, you need to smash, boy. You need to get some girl. You need to get some action, you know. And again, you know, she's very attractive, and she's doing all this, you know, like flirty face with him. She's like, you need to smash, you need to get some action. I mean, I'm not saying she's gonna actually do it, right? But it's just kind of like, we have with that teacher's doing this to you, and he's like, what, 18, 17, you know, roughly kind of young adult, right? And this older woman is all like, you need to smash, you need to smash. You have to kind of respond a bit, it is a joke with her, you know what I mean? Or else it's just boring, or else you have no confidence, or else you have nothing going with your life, you don't have this you know, joke with her, right? And I feel the same thing is kind of here, when of course she's crying that she can't get, you know, she can't laid. Yeah, she's crying that she can't get laid. He obviously observes she's crying, so he goes over and talks to her, right? She's crying, but then he doesn't really do anything. Honestly, I feel that's probably my big issue with this anime. The main character is kind of dead inside the episode 1, 2, and 3. In a way, in a weird way, because he's crying with his mom, but at the same time, he doesn't really have much reaction to anything. So he goes over to his you know, best friend, I guess. She's at least, you're right? Like, I would be like, yeah, like they're best friends, right, by now. And kind of, almost his girlfriend, right, in a way. He's saying yeah with her all the time, yeah. His best friend, almost a girlfriend, you know, goes over to her crying. He's like, oh, no man wants me, oh, no man would ever love me, who would ever, you know, sleep with me. And he's like, yeah, cheat. You know? But I feel most guys would have been like, oh, I love you as a friend, you know, or maybe, you know, yeah, I found you very attractive. It feels weird, honestly, because most guys here, even if you know, don't want to sleep with your best friend, right, would have been like, oh, I think you're very attractive, you know, you're very beautiful, or something, or you don't mean it, oh, I do mean it, you know, whatever, yeah, most guys would have tried at least to, you know, suit their best friend, right, if she's crying that no one finds her beautiful or whatever. You'd be like, no, I do find you beautiful. I mean, seriously, you know, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. But you would at least try. He's like, yeah, your life sucks. Like, that's his reaction, right? That's just kind of boring. And I said with the Sensei, of course, basically being like, you need to smash a hot woman. He's like, okay, yeah, okay, Sensei. Even though she's basically in his face about it, right? Yeah, and showing opposite in his face, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I gotta find the F out. So he has a very like deadpan reaction to most of the characters around him, right? Even though he is thinking several times that they're very beautiful, he's like, oh, Bishonen. Yeah, even though he's like reflecting over that all the girls around him are very attractive, he's thinking, oh man, I want to smash her. She's so cute. He's thinking about it. like when you see this cartoon, she's like, oh man, she's kind of kawaii, kind of bishona. He's like thinking about how attractive you are. He doesn't have any action to it. He doesn't like do anything. He's just like, I'm not saying, of course, because you find a classmate or you know, someone you work with attractive, you have to, you know, of course, try to sleep with them. I'm not saying that, but it's kind of weird how the main character is like, he's clearly has a few scenes, so he's like thinking about, you know, seducing some of the girls, right? And then basically he's like best friend kind of girl is crying like, no one wants to sleep with me. I mean genuinely here, he would have the perfect opportunity to do Ryuji. He's like, she's like, no one wants to sleep with me. He's like, I would sleep, you know what I mean? And the sensei's all like, oh yeah, you wanna do it, you wanna do it. And he's like, okay, you know. But don't. I just feel it reminds me of Grand Blue. So it's called, yeah. You know, party anime where they drink the diving club, right? The main character there too, yeah, Grand Blue. He's always talking and thinking about, oh, I need to have a girlfriend, I need to sleep with someone, you know, oh yeah, I need to do stuff. And every time a girl actually offers to sleep with him, he's like, no, I don't want to, yeah. Which is why I hate this anime as much. That notion. Otherwise the anime is fine, but just that notion is so stupid that the main character is incredibly horny in his, you know, mind and in the different scenes. But when he actually has the opportunity to get some, he's always afraid of it. It doesn't make any sense. Like he's constantly thinking about it and then he's avoiding it, right? And here I feel it's kind of the same thing. Not to the extremity, because that anime is so extremely into him trying to get it, and when he gets his favorite. But this is kind of similar. He's like, every time he meets a cute girl, he thinks about, oh man, it's so beautiful. Oh, she's so hot, you know. Oh, Bichon. He's like, Bichon. He keeps thinking everyone is so attractive, and he wants to be with them, you know, and so on, right? And then when they kind of not offering like in the Grand Blue, but kind of like setting up there's a potential scene for him to try it, right? He's like, okay, but it's not that he's afraid either. If he was reflecting in his mind and was like, whoa, I could maybe hit on the audio here, but she's my best friend, so I don't want to try to sleep with her, and we might ruin our friendship, so he doesn't do it, right? You know, then I would be like, yeah, I can live with that, right? But he's like, no. Like, he just has no reaction to it. I feel it's Philly. It's weak, man. I don't know much more about that. Honestly, I feel the main cast kind of dead inside, yeah. Which is weird, because we saw him crying to his mom last episode. And also the whole thing that both Ryuji and mom has the same issue, that the same episode sets up an issue, a build-up, and then it resolves it immediately. And like 5 minutes later, it's resolved, yeah. Like that could have been much longer process for her to deal with her love issues, right? But whatever, guys, see you guys in an hour with My Academia.